What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash and XDC today. We'll be talking about Bitcoin Cash at the request of James McMahon and XDC at the request of George Orwell. We're going to talk about this for you guys. Shout out to the Dragon Riders for talking about BCH. We're going to get over this real quick. You know, it's been a while since I've talked about BCH, but you guys, the game plan hasn't changed. I do think we're going lower. I think BCH has been one of the most boring cryptos in the market for a while now, and that will change eventually, you know, but before we get boring, before we get exciting, we got to get a bit nerve-wracking, and that will come at the effect of price to the downside. I really do think we're going to go lower. It's inevitable. I think we're going to see prices around that like 195 to 210 area. If we take this low here to this high, your 61869 zone, which Bitcoin Cash loves very much. It loves that 6.9, man. 197.6, 206.3, somewhere in that area is where I think you're going. Yeah. Before we move up, and when we move up, it's going to be glorious, right? When we move up, we'll see extensions based off of this move from top to bottom, something that's at like $400 to $500 in a very short amount of time. When it happens, short amount of time, not being tomorrow or next week or next month, it could, but I just mean once we find our low, contrary to what I say about a lot of coins going to their lows right now, I don't think Bitcoin Cash is going to meander. I think it's going to have an extreme like little bounce, but it might take its time getting to that low, but once it finds its low, not so much, right? Here you are, perfect example, accumulating, right, meandering, moving sideways, being very boring for a very long time. Before you had this move up, what'd you do? You had one kind of final crash, right? And that was actually the biggest from top to bottom in a week. 22%. Was that one bigger? 16%, yes, so notably bigger. This one looks bigger over here. 27%. Nonetheless, though, right? The two where you found your lows were the two bigger weeks to the downside, right? So I do think that we're going to see some kind of a flash crash. It will be a quick one. We'll probably drop, maybe not that low, but like another like, let's see, from the current price, another like 16%, 10 to 16, maybe 17%, something like that, and then we'll have a nice movement upwards that will take place in a very short amount of time because we're accumulating, we are consolidating, we're ready to move up, but the best fuel to the fire of moving up is one last shakeout to the downside. You get the real Dragon Riders in to buy the higher low. You get the people who bought here expecting it to go up on all these little spikes, who get scared once it has a little spike down. You know, all these emotions run high, man. Imagine how many people bought on these little spikes up here. What happens when we get a spike that drops below these spikes here? Like the same emotional buyers up here are going to turn into emotional sellers. They will sell to us, the strong hands, the strong Dragon Riders, and we will ride this thing to the sunset. So right now, BCH, you guys, boring, very boring. Nothing really to add. It's just very, very boring until it's not, and we will know it's getting close to go time once we see this downside. That's what it's like. It's one of the few times where I'm actually excited for the price to, I say one of the few times. I'm normally actually pretty excited when the price drops because that's where opportunity is created. But for this thing, when we know it's going to take off, it's going to be once the price dumps. And it's not even going to dump that much. Compared to a lot of things, it's probably not even going to dump that much. But that's BCH, man. Let's talk about XDC now. Shout out to the XDC ravers because you guys are on that XDC. I feel like it just makes sense, man. Is it done going lower? Could it go up from here? Maybe. I think that's what you asked. That might be what you're looking at if that's why. Maybe. There are cryptos that will move up while Bitcoin moves down. I'm pretty sure this thing did move up while Bitcoin was moving down. Let's see. July 17th. July 31st. Maybe not Bitstamp. Yeah, July 17th, Bitcoin's moving down. July 31st, Bitcoin was still, those were all red weeks. And XDC, they weren't like dramatically red weeks, but XDC did move up. It did move up. KuCoin, sure, we'll do KuCoin. Yeah, I mean, maybe. With that look, maybe. But also, what's also very common with crypto specifically, and charts that are just mean, they give you this line like this, man. You break through it, and everyone's like, oh no, what happened? I thought this coin was going to go to the moon. Something's wrong. It's broken. I want my money back. And then boom, then it goes up. Something like that. So maybe we do see that capitulation take place. That's really nothing to be scared about or worried about. Again, I want to draw it one more time, right? If you take this line to that line there, and you're like, oh, we're going to hold support here. If that breaks, don't panic sell, man. Really, right? Like imagine you were here and you're feeling the FOMO. And you're like, man, I really want to buy here. That's a horrible idea, right? Imagine you're down here and you're like, man, I really want to, like that. Just like when you think about it, really think about it. Best time to buy, best time to sell. And in the moment, it doesn't feel like that. That's why most people don't do this successfully, because it's hard to keep your emotions in check. But keep your emotions in check. Be patient. Opportunity awards those who are patient. Your weekly RSI does look bad, not like terribly bad, just like it wants to go lower, probably. Daily RSI agrees with that. Looks like it wants to go lower. But this next low might be your last low. Like it really might be. You've got some potential to form some bullish divergence here. So definitely nice. But I'm very confident you will see a price below this low. And again, playing into that idea of you're going to break this uptrend that you have. You're not going to break it because you're still going to have higher lows. But you're going to break the channel, that trend line that you have. Get some people to capitulate. They're going to be like, oh no, the imaginary diagonal line is broken. This coin is broken. No, it's going to be fine. It's probably going to be fine. I have high aspirations for XDC. I think it's going to do well, but down. I do think it's going down in the immediate term. Yeah, that's what all the things are telling me. So if you like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you all for coming, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Take care. Have a good night. Good day. Adios.